everyone. In your music theory workbooks, Unit 25 introduces minor key signatures. In this lesson, you will be learning about the relative minors. By now you know that a major scale is made up of two major tetrachords that are separated by a major second. In a C major scale, for example, the melody and harmonies are centered around and usually come to rest onto the note C. But why C? Why not D, E, or another note? And the answer is, in fact, that they could, but it would sound very different. In orchestra music, the most common resting tone for this group of all natural notes, besides C, is the note A. The half steps are in different places, so the scale sounds very different, but these two scales share the same notes and the same key signature. All of the notes are natural. When two scales share the same notes, they are said to be relatives. Relative scales have the same key signature, but they have a different resting tone. In orchestra music, the most commonly heard relative to the major scale is the scale built off of the sixth scale degree. This is called the relative minor scale. A minor is the relative minor to C major, and C major is the relative major to A minor. So how do you figure out the minor scale of a given key signature? Knowing that the relative minor is built off of the sixth scale degree, you go up to the sixth note of the major scale, and that's the relative minor. You can also go down a minor third from the major resting tone, and you'll wind up in the same place. The relative minor of the C major scale is A minor. This same principle works for all of the scales. The major scale with one sharp is the G major scale. If you go up to the sixth scale degree, or you can go down a minor third from the major resting tone to get to the same place, and you'll see that the relative minor of G major is E minor. Notice again how they share the same notes, including the F sharp, but they have a different resting tone. E minor melodies will come to rest on the note E, and not G. The key with two sharps is a D major scale. You go up to the sixth scale degree, or down a minor third, and you'll figure out that the relative minor of D major is B minor. To figure out a minor scale by just looking at the key signature, first you need to figure out the major key. If you apply the sharp rule and go up a minor second from the last sharp, you'll remember that this is the key of G major. From G, you could go up 6 scale degrees, or you could go down a minor third to an E. The relative minor of G major, then, is E minor. This works for flat keys as well. If we use the flat key rule to figure out the major key, we go to the second to last flat to see that this is B flat major. We could go up 6 scale degrees from B flat, or we could go down a minor third to G to find the relative minor, G minor. Be careful and pay attention to the key signature when applying these rules. For example, this is the key of F sharp major, not F major. And similarly, when we find the relative minor, you have to remember that the D is already sharped by the key signature, so the relative minor is D sharp minor. Now read lesson 25.1 in your workbook, and in the next lesson, you will learn the parallel minors. My name is Christopher Selby. Thank you for watching this tutorial on music theory for the successful string musician.